The Indian Constitution stands as a beacon of justice and equality, guiding the nation with its foundational principles. It is not just a document, but a living testament to the values and aspirations of the people of India. At its core lies Article 32, often referred to as the heart and soul of our Constitution by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar himself. This article is a cornerstone, ensuring that the rights enshrined in the Constitution are not just theoretical, but practical and enforceable. Article 32 empowers every citizen to approach the Supreme Court directly if their fundamental rights are threatened or violated. This direct access is unique and underscores the importance of individual liberty in our democracy. It's a powerful safeguard against injustice, ensuring that the highest court in the land is always accessible for the protection of rights. No matter a person's background or status, the doors of justice remain open. Article 32 is more than a legal provision. It's a solemn promise that constitutional rights are real, meaningful, and enforceable. It transforms ideals into actionable guarantees for every citizen. Through a writ petition, citizens can seek enforcement of their fundamental rights. The Supreme Court can issue writs like habeas corpus, mandamus, prohibition, quo warranto, and certiorari to protect these rights. However, Article 32 has its boundaries. It is not an unlimited right, and there are specific conditions and limitations on its use. Understanding these limits is crucial to using this right effectively. Not every grievance qualifies for a writ under Article 32. Only violations of fundamental rights are addressed. The Supreme Court, while upholding fundamental rights, has drawn clear lines to maintain order and efficiency. It ensures that the court's time is devoted to genuine constitutional matters. The court is the final interpreter of the Constitution, and its judgments are binding on all other courts. This authority preserves the unity and coherence of the legal system. Article 32 is not a tool to endlessly challenge the Supreme Court's own decisions. Once the court has spoken, its verdict is final, bringing closure to legal disputes. This ensures the justice system remains efficient and judgments retain their finality, preventing endless litigation and uncertainty. The Supreme Court's unique role in our democracy is to provide clarity and closure, upholding the rule of law and protecting the spirit of the Constitution. While Article 32 is a vital safeguard, it must be used responsibly and with respect for the judicial process. Frivolous or repetitive petitions can undermine its purpose. Knowing its scope helps protect both individual rights and the integrity of the legal system, ensuring that justice remains accessible, fair, and effective for all. The Supreme Court has made it clear. Article 32 cannot be used to challenge its own judgments. You cannot file a writ petition under Article 32 to overturn a Supreme Court decision. This might seem surprising, but it's essential for maintaining the balance of powers in the judiciary. The Supreme Court's judgments are final and binding. Allowing Article 32 to challenge these decisions would create endless litigation and chaos. It would undermine the principle of res judicata, which prevents relitigation of settled matters. The court's stance isn't about limiting rights, but about ensuring order and finality in the judicial process. Upholding this principle maintains the hierarchy and authority of the court system. Finality in judgments is crucial for legal certainty and public trust. The Supreme Court's position as the highest judicial authority in India doesn't mean its judgments are completely immune from scrutiny or review. While its decisions are final and binding, the legal system recognizes that even the apex court can make mistakes or overlook crucial facts. There are established mechanisms to seek reconsideration, ensuring both justice and finality. These processes are designed to balance the need for closure with the possibility of correcting rare but significant errors. The primary avenue is the review petition, which allows parties dissatisfied with a judgment to formally request the court to revisit its decision. This is not an automatic right, but a carefully regulated process. A review petition isn't a rehearing of the entire case, but rather a limited opportunity to correct errors apparent on the face of the record, or to address serious miscarriages of justice that may have occurred. If the review petition is unsuccessful, a curative petition can be filed as a last resort. This is an extraordinary remedy, available only in the most exceptional circumstances. Curative petitions are heard by a larger bench of senior judges and are granted only in rare, truly exceptional cases where gross injustice is demonstrated. It's important to note that both review and curative petitions are not substitutes for regular appeals, but are special remedies for extraordinary situations. They exist specifically to address grave errors, substantial questions of law, or situations where the interests of justice demand a second look. These remedies ensure the Supreme Court's authority is respected, while still allowing for the correction of rare and significant mistakes that could impact lives and legal principles. By using these proper channels, the integrity, credibility, and efficiency of the judicial process are preserved, reinforcing public trust in the justice system. The Supreme Court's stance on Article 32 is grounded in decades of precedent, reflecting a careful balance between upholding fundamental rights and ensuring judicial discipline. Over the years, the Court has developed a nuanced approach to interpreting this article, drawing from a rich history of landmark judgments. Landmark cases have clarified its scope and reinforced its purpose, shaping how citizens can seek remedies for violations of their fundamental rights. These cases serve as guiding lights for both the judiciary and the public, ensuring that the spirit of the Constitution is preserved. In Satish Chandra Sharma v. State of Himachal Pradesh, retired employees tried to use Article 32 to challenge a previous Supreme Court judgment on pensions. Their petition raised important questions about the limits of judicial review and the finality of Supreme Court decisions. The Court rejected this, emphasizing that Article 32 cannot be used to reopen its own decisions. This principle is vital to prevent endless litigation and to uphold the authority of the Supreme Court's judgments. Allowing such challenges would create legal chaos and undermine finality, making it impossible for the legal system to function efficiently. The Court's refusal to entertain such petitions protects the stability of the judicial process. In Vimal Babu Dumadia v. State of Maharashtra, the Court clarified that Article 32 cannot be used to challenge High Court judgments either, further reinforcing the boundaries of this constitutional remedy. The proper remedies are recall applications or special leave petitions, which provide structured avenues for review without disrupting the judicial hierarchy. These cases highlight the Court's commitment to preventing misuse of Article 32, ensuring that it remains a powerful tool for justice rather than a loophole for endless appeals. The goal is to protect fundamental rights while maintaining the integrity of the judicial process, striking a careful balance between access to justice and the need for finality in legal decisions. The Supreme Court's approach to Article 32 is rooted in legal principles and practical needs. It's not about restricting justice, but about delivering it efficiently and with finality. Upholding judicial hierarchy is essential. The Supreme Court sits at the apex, guiding lower courts. Allowing Article 32 to challenge Supreme Court judgments would disrupt this order and create confusion. The principle of res judicata ensures that once a matter is settled, it isn't endlessly relitigated. If Article 32 could challenge Supreme Court decisions, it would nullify this principle and lead to endless disputes. The Supreme Court's judgments shape the law and impact millions. Preserving their finality ensures stability and public confidence in the legal system. The Court's stance protects both justice and the rule of law. Let's look at practical examples to understand the Supreme Court's stance. Imagine a group files a writ under Article 32 to challenge a Supreme Court judgment upholding a law. If allowed, the court would be forced to reconsider its own decision, creating confusion about the law's validity. In a property dispute, if the losing party could file a fresh writ under Article 32, it would reopen settled cases and undermine trust in final judgments. This would be unfair to the winning party and destabilize the legal system. These examples show the court's stance isn't about avoiding scrutiny, but about maintaining order and efficiency. Upholding finality ensures justice is delivered and respected. Seeking justice requires not just knowing your rights, but also the right procedures. The Indian legal system is designed to ensure access to justice for all. Understanding that Article 32 cannot challenge Supreme Court judgments is about respecting the judicial process. Pursuing justice means using proper remedies like review and curative petitions. This empowers citizens and upholds the sanctity of the legal system. Justice is best served when sought through the right path, guided by knowledge and fairness.